Welcome back, Bug Brigade. We're proud to announce that we are the only Teriology approved Pokemon YouTube channel. That means in this video, we'll be operating under the assumption that 1 × 1 does in fact equal 2. Today I have something very special. This is going to be actually a part 1 of 3. This is the Pokemon $1,000 challenge. I'm hoping to take $1,000, put it into Pokemon product, open that product, submit the best hits from what I've opened to PSA, get it back in some graded form, then sell it and make more than $1,000. Can it be done? Theoretically, yes. Practically, no. But we'll see how much luck I have. And for this challenge, I've purchased 20 Crown Zenith ETBs. The supply is going to get very limited on this set. It's full of heaters, and I think it's going to be one of the greater sets to collect in this Sword and Shield era. The Pokemon $1,000 challenge has begun. So let's, without further ado, let's kick things off and see how we can do. The great thing about this set, pull rates are fire, better than they've been in the last year or so, and we're starting off hot. It's the best card in the standard set, the cards that would be numbered 1 to 160. This is the secret rare, so it actually is 160. There might be another secret in there as well. Beautiful Pikachu card, a lot of friends flying around in the background. First pack magic, I guess. So as you can see, the set is fire. This is why we decided to throw that $1,000 into Crown Zenith instead of another set. We just figured that was going to be our best bet, and we'll keep ripping through it here. Second pack, and let the good times roll. We got this Radiant Charizard. Not bad. Not bad at all for the first 2 packs. I think this investment it's gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off. I mean, a huge part of this challenge is gonna be seeing what we can get when it comes to grades. And that's going to come down ultimately to condition of the cards, the centering, making sure there's just no edge wear, that kind of thing. Oh, we got something here. Professor's Research. Love to see that guy. Walking through the woods or whatever. So, yeah, I think we're 5 packs in. And we've got 3 pretty dang good hits, honestly, and I'm gonna have to go quick. This is one thing I always gotta remind myself. I gotta be speedy. We can't be messing around. 1 × 1 equals 2, folks. There is no time to waste. That has accelerated the speed of numbers when it comes to multiplication. Lord knows we got to hurry. Okay, Glaceon V, just your regular V card hit. In a normal set, that might mean something. In Crown Zenith, if we're being honest, that means nothing to me. I don't even know what VMAXs of the regular order exist in this set because they're unimportant. And that's harsh, but that's just reality, okay? Same with these regular holos. Do I set them aside? Do I even make a pile of them? I will. Because they have some kind of cool writing on them, autograph. Just, I don't know. Imagine if that ends up meaning anything, which probably won't. All right, I think I'm almost through 10 packs. This first ETB, not looking bad, not at all. Oh, and a little bit more heat on the old double hit. I can't be sleeving everything. I'm gonna stop that right now, and I'm doing that for you. I will sleeve these as soon as I'm done with the video. Oh! Samurai B. That is a Galarian Gallery card. Let me give you a little peek of this guy. So he's good looking, in my opinion. That's a good looking guy right there. Colorful card. And Galarian Gallery. So you'll see the GG at the bottom. 57. Love it. Okay, that's our first 10. Let's keep the good times rolling. Let's keep it rolling. We're just gonna have a fat stack of cards here. Some are gonna get buried, unfortunately. I legitimately choked. Don't cough on the card, pal. Okay, well, that's the top end of the set right there, boys and girls. And other fine folks, we got Giratina V-Star Gold. I gotta be honest, perfectly centered. Perfectly centered. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. So this bodes well. We're only in our second ETB. Sorry, I shouldn't have sleeved it before showing you on this camera. But it's beautiful. It's one of the best artworks I've ever seen. I freaking love it. I love the way it fits together with the other gold cards. And if I can get that graded in a 10, that might be $300 right there. You know what I mean? Close to. Let's say 200 conservatively. But that's going to go up. But anyway, give me 4 more of those and we got our $1,000 back. I know that's being a little greedy. Oh my gosh, what is happening? I gotta speed things up. Giratina V-Star. Man, we can only go down from here. This is kind of crazy. Another Pikachu. What is going on? And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Pikachu. Look at you. All right. It's going to get... The expectations started a little high here. Expect things to calm down a little bit. Ooh, I gotta sleeve that Pikachu. I can't look at that guy just sitting here all naked like that. It's just not right. Okay. Yeah, things will go down from here. We can't expect it to continue this hot. It would be foolish of us to expect that. Ooh, we got a V-Star Club card. That's good for free drinks before 9 p.m. at the V-Star Club. All participating locations. We got one of these energy guys. Don't know if that means anything or not. I will save it. Uh-oh. Did I stack some other cards here? Man, this is a mess. Welcome to my brain. We're only in our second ETB, folks. I gotta pick up the pace. Man, am I gonna have to do like a zoomy effect to get through all this? This is crazy. Oh! That's a great card. I gotta sleeve it. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have very many of this one. The Regigigas V-Star. That's a cool card right there. He's carrying the tree. There's like these weird little like pencil lines. Really unique artistic treatment that I love. I love it. And we just keep pulling hits. Can you believe everything you're seeing right now? That's 2 ETBs. I mean, not even. We're not even through it. Riolo. We got that regular hollow, which there's no way that it's worth keeping, but whatever. We will donate all the bulk to some young Pokemon collectors. So we'll hang on to those guys. I'm sure somebody can appreciate those. I'm just desensitized, quite frankly, when it comes to pulling hits. Okay, a couple more there. Okay, we're through 2 ETBs. Let's go. Breaking into number 3. 20 packs in. If I had to guess, conservatively, in raw value, Radiant Eternatus, I have in front of me, after 2 ETBs, 140 now. $150 after 2 ETBs. I think I'm making money on raw value right now. If I can get everything in front of me graded at 10, I think I have $300 in front of me. And that's 2 ETBs. So I think I'm making money so far is what I'm trying to say. But things are going to slow down. We wouldn't dare expect them to stay as hot as they are. And I'm going to work on just my pack per minute velocity right here. And talk to you guys a little bit more about teriology. If you haven't heard, science has been lying to you guys. Math has been lying to you guys. It's honestly all a grand conspiracy. The powers that be and the other powers that be, they're in cahoots. I know, it's bad news. This is the last thing you wanted to hear today. I'm sorry I had to be the one to tell you. So, if you failed math, I guess the good news, silver lining, it's because they were out to get you. And yeah, there's a new standard when it comes to mathematic reasoning. How could 1 times 1 equal 1? I don't know. Clearly it equals 2. So then that has, as you can imagine, a bit of a butterfly effect into the other mathematical equations. Oh! Beautiful card. This is truly a beautiful card. I'm not just saying that, Zerark. I mean it. You're a beauty. You're a beauty, and you ought to be treated as such. Beautiful Pokemon, beautiful treatment, like art. It's kind of like an acid trip card. I don't know. It's very cool. Very cool. Abstract a bit. So now that 1 times 1 equals 2, the interesting thing is it's going to be a little easier to make some money off of this $1,000 challenge, because I bought 1 order of $1,000 of Pokemon cards. So already drop the zeros from the 1,000. 1 times 1 equals 2. Add the zeros back. I've got $2,000 of cards sitting in front of me. I think that's how it works. So another Radiant Charizard. I think this guy's up to $5 in raw value. And I think that's up a little bit. Maybe it had gotten down to 3. You know, Charizard cards aren't all worth a ton. And this Radiant Charizard card, I've hit it a bunch, and it's hard for me to believe it's going to be worth much. There's another Radiant Charizard, I believe, in the Pokemon Go set. It's a little bit more rare, although you can get cheap Pokemon Go, so it's not like a really sought-after set. All that to say, the Radiants, they're a mystery to me. Same category as like Amazing Rares from Vivid Voltage and that era of set. Will they be worth anything? They're unique. If people decide that they want them to be worth something, I suppose one day they might be. I look to them a lot like the Shining cards, not from like way back when, but the Shining cards that came out in the Sun and Moon set. Is that when they came out? Should probably look that up. I think so, but there were these like Shining Celebi. Wasn't there? Shining Arceus. Am I wrong? Anyway, and are those worth something? Shining Jirachi, I think they're worth a little bit, but not like blow your socks off type worth. And that is my guess for Amazing Rares and probably these Radiants. They have a cool texture. They have a cool hollow foil type that maybe you won't get, but we just keep pulling them. When I pull too many of a card, I start to think it's worth nothing. And that's just supply and demand. That's just basic economics. Although, what does Terry have to say about economics? I should probably get the guy on the horn and figure that out before I start spouting some sort of ivory tower nonsense. Okay. So yeah, Terry gave us his seal of approval. We're excited about it. Should put us on the map as far as Pokemon collectors go. Because I don't think Leonhardt can say that he's Terriology approved. I don't know about the other prominent creators. Is Leonhardt still prominent? I gotta be honest. I'm new to the Pokemon scene again as of last video. I've been out for a year or so. Is Leonhardt still the guy? Who was the other creator that was on the come up? I feel like pretty strong. What was that gal's name? And she like was really good at producing her videos, and she was very into the card game too. Gosh, what was her name? I'll shout it out, or I'll drop a caption here. Hey, is she still going? I should look this up. Part of me has avoided doing too much competitive intelligence when it comes to other creators, just because I'm like, I should just make videos that I think are cool and just not even worry about what other people are doing. Or just, if I just want to open packs on videos, I should just do it and not try and follow some sort of archetype. Oh! Suicune! Oh! Frenzen is Sui. 2 hits. But this one's special because these legendary dogs, they're no joke. They're not to be trifled with in this set. This art is stunning, beautiful Arctic landscape. Suicune just, I sure hope that's how you say it. Man, they gave me heck over Raikou, but I'm doubling down on that one. But yeah, this one's gone up in value. It's doubled in value. So that's a great one. And if I can grade that in a 10, that might be $100 coming my way. So if I'm looking at everything I got here, and I think I'm through about 4 ETBs, okay? 4, that's 1/5. If I graded everything in front of me at a 10, I think I'm sitting around 3. No, because if the Giratina is a 10, that could be 300. Guys, I might be close to $500 here if everything turns out to be a 10, which it won't. I don't think it will, okay? But I'm just thinking hopefully and optimistically and just kind of putting pen to paper to come up with a rough estimate. This could be $500 in 10s. I do tend to, you know, I'm pretty, I scrutinize the cards I submit, but the ones I do submit, I would say I have like a 50% chance at returning a 10 when it comes to my PSA submissions. I don't just submit anything though. So there are cards that I'm like, oh, it's a great card, I'm not going to submit it. It's clearly like way off center. Some of these though, just from first glance, are looking pretty sick. Oh, this is a very cool card. It reminds me a lot of the Lucario promo in that it's like this close-up of the furry champion, Zeraora, and a little Emolga chilling on the ear. Very powerful artwork. I love that one. I don't know that I've pulled that one, so that might be a first-time pull for me when it comes to Crown Zenith, which is shocking given this is the set I have definitely opened the most of. Okay, so as you can see, the golds, they're not easy to come by, okay? We did a good thing pulling that Giratina V-Star. That was not a thing that we take for granted by any stretch. That was an impressive feat. And we're going to hope we do it again. Any golds. We got the best golds. So we don't necessarily need it to be another Giratina. But we would love to see Giratina's old pals from high school. Palkia, Dialga. What a wrecking crew. Am I right? And Arceus. The kind of like ringleader of the popular kids from back in the day. Okay, if I'm looking here, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm in the 7th ETB right now. And I will have 13 more after this. I gotta go. Holy cow. We gotta get our packs per minute up. 13 more. So yeah. In 30 packs, we'll check in to see if we even think we have a chance at recouping some of this value. I'm liking what I'm seeing here so far, especially with that Suicune and the Giratina and the Pikachus, the Zoroark and the Zeraora. Zoroark. Those are good. Those are all good. There's a couple good trainers in here. Alicia Sparkle, I think. Oh, see, there's a Hatterene VMAX. Who knew? Who knew? That's kind of my reaction to that. Nobody's looking to you, Hatterene VMAX. I think there's a Rayquaza VMAX in here. I gotta be honest. I think there is. Nobody knows that. Or not. Nobody cares. Just shows you how good of a set it is. Okay. 13 ETBs left. That's 130 packs, which I think the biggest opening I've ever done is 150 packs, and I still got 130 packs here. Holy cow. I may have overdid it. I may have put a little too much on my plate. I'm going to stop talking for a minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I realized I'd been talking a lot. And you might have been getting anxious, given you might have just turned down the volume. Irida, that's a big card. Might be a $20 raw card, but it's on the up. And I think that's going to be one of the more popular trainers in the set. So that's good to add to the submission, for sure. Irida. Oh, jeez. They're falling from the sky. I'm actually a little worried about Charizard. Bruh. Are we casting our pearls before swine a little bit on the Charizard printing? Is there such a thing as too much Charizard? It's a philosophical question, really. Should probably get Terry on the line. See what Terry thinks about that one, too. Terry knows a lot. Terry's a good guy. Okay, we're almost through our 8th ETB. We've seen 1 gold. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Okay, so that's the Alessia Sparkle I was talking about. I think this is, besides the Pikachu, and actually, this is the most valuable card in the regular set. This is 147. Oh, gosh. I need to not sleeve them before I show you them. 147? Huh? Of 159, but I'm pretty sure this is a $20 raw. And Charon's Care, I have no idea. I don't think I've ever pulled this card and didn't even realize it was in the set. He's got that leopard with him. Cool. So we're getting, I mean, man, I'm sure we've hit some duplicates, none more than the Radiant Charizard. I do feel like we're getting around, though. We're getting a good assortment of different cards here, which is exactly what you want. Okay, we're entering our 9th ETB. That's good. That is good. These are going to be some long videos. We're entering our 9th, and we're doing pretty good on our packs per minute. What are we at? What do we think? 5 packs per minute, maybe? Whoop. Voltorb. I have in my head which cards are valuable. If you see me not sleeving ones that you're a little skeptical about, you could check me, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, another. Wow. This Pikachu is also a bit easier to hit than I would have thought. I'm pretty sure I have him in a 10 already. I mean, that's my 3rd. Wow. It's like every 3 ETBs I'm hitting a Pikachu and a Radiant Charizard. Every 3 ETBs? That makes the set fun, though. I gotta say, people complain sometimes when pull rates are too good. They complain when they're not good enough. I guess this is the case for moderation and balance. There it is, Rayquaza VMAX. I was right. It's in there. Is it ever going to be worth more than $3? Probably not. Yeah, there's a case to be made for balance and moderation. You don't want too good of pull rates because then it just devalues everything. I would say the thing that makes this set a little bit different is there's so many hits that even if the pull rates are outstanding, any one card might be still like relatively difficult to pull. Like if I was just looking for Grant, I've just opened 9 ETBs and that's my first Grant. So to find the one card you're looking for, I think is still difficult, but to just find any, like if you're just looking for quantity of cool full art cards, then this is like the best set imaginable. You know what I mean? Or just the most V cards, then I can't think of a better set. It's just chock full of hits, so they had to spin them out pretty frequently. All right. Okay, now we're in our 10th, I think. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope. We're in our 9th. We got 11 more after this. Wow. I think we're going to make this $1,000 back. Let me say something about this Amazon order. The first time I ordered it, it came in a box of 4. I got 4 of them just to test it out. Another Hatterene VMAX. Just wanted to see if it was real. Product was real, legit. It was, but they were kind of just haphazardly thrown into a big cardboard box and recklessly taped. And I was a bit skeptical of that, just the packaging job. But then I got this order of 20 ETBs, and it looked as though they just came as like 2 cases, because it's a case of 10 from Pokemon when you order direct. Oh! A Deoxys V-Star. I've actually never pulled this card. I've pulled the V-Max a couple times, which I like a little better, I'll be honest. But this card is awesome. The Alien Deoxys V-Star card. Very, very cool. Looks very well centered. Definitely part of the submission here. Nice. And going up in value too. Probably $12 raw at the moment. Yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, when I ordered it the second time and got 20, it looked as though it was just 2 cases properly packaged right as they would come from Pokemon distribution. And I was happy with that. In fact, I'll insert a video of me kind of like opening all of them, but they were, yeah, it was super legit. These were $43 on Amazon. I couldn't believe it. I don't know who the seller is. I don't know why they had so many. They were 12% off at $43. So that means they were probably $50. And then they ended up being like $43.65 or something a piece. When I last checked, they were 6% off. So that put them at like $47. So you already can't find these at $43 anymore on Amazon based on my last gander. Maybe they'll jump on there again at a discount, that 12% discount. And if they do, I would say treat yourself. Buy one. Say it's for the kids. Get 2. Open one yourself in your closet alone while gobbling on some milk duds. I don't know. You only live once. Oh, there's a Radiant Charjabug in here. That's crazy. See, what's crazy about that is we've pulled 6 Radiant Charizards. That's an exaggeration. We've pulled at least 4. And that's our first Radiant Charjabug. That's what I'm saying. Am I just getting lucky? Was that just lucky? I have no idea. It's just the sample size. You think 200 is a pretty big sample size. Truth is, it's not. It's not. I've seen spreadsheets of people opening 10,000 packs, and even then, there's some pretty crazy deviations when it comes to the rarest cards in the set. Between that and another shop that does the same thing. It's just crazy. You really gotta open like 100,000 packs to get a pretty even, predictable distribution based on what was actually printed in the pull rates. That's just math, man. Again, maybe we need to doubt that though. We probably do need to check with Terry to make sure that probabilities haven't changed, because yeah, probabilities and pull rates. Oh man, what has Terry done to our pull rates? That's actually a really good question. What has become of our pull rates? We're gonna have to get on the horn with all the Pokemon shops that have channels, because they're gonna have to do some adjustments to get in line with Terry Wave, Terry time. Okay. I'll keep the Terry talk to a minimum. Just know that I'm thinking about it, though. Just know it's in my brain for the rest of the time here. Let's move on to something else. I still got like half these packs to open. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to stop till I'm done. I'm telling you right now. I won't quit. I'm not a quitter. And let's be honest, opening packs is fun. Let's be honest. I'm doing this for me, okay? I'm in hog heaven right now, as my buddy Callan would say. Another Charon's Care. Okay. And one of those, and one of those. Is that a triple hit? I don't know. But yeah, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about Perfect Match, because I got thoughts, all right? I'm watching the Netflix reality show Perfect Match. Okay, sue me. I watch trashy television. So do you. And if you don't, you should. It's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable watch. Put your ego behind you. So I'm watching Perfect Match, and they got Harry on there, man. What can we say about Harry? Oh, the problem with a guy like Harry is that he's charming initially. He might only be charming like the first time you meet him, till you see kind of like the pattern of behavior. And then at that point, you can't see past the pattern, which is good. That's the appropriate response. But the problem with Harry is that for a newcomer like Jess, he is charming. That's just the fact of the matter. If a guy like Harry wasn't charming, he'd never do any damage. He'd just be complaining about how nice guys finish last in his basement somewhere, okay? But this guy's finishing first, all right? And he's not a nice guy. He's the definition of a moster. He's the definition. Man can't help falling in love, but he doesn't even realize that his own falling in love is just a tactic to manipulate someone else's emotions or to conquer someone else's emotion. Because I think for him, and please excuse the completely unqualified psychoanalysis, but for him, it's just conquest. It's like, if you have a narcissistic component to your personality, then you want to conquer. You want the world to validate the fact that you're special. There's something about you that makes you a little bit more important than everyone else. And the way you would do that with romance is you would get like every woman that you court to believe that you are their one true love. The problem is, and maybe if you're Harry, you don't even realize this, but you're not really sincere in getting them to that point. You just want to know that you can get them to that point to validate your own narcissism. And then at that point, like, some other conquest will become more attractive to you because you've already kind of checked the box over here. And I think that's what he's done. He's kind of gone girl to girl, trying to get them to fall madly in love with him and have this really sensationalistic, probably not a word, honeymoon phase relationship. And as soon as it feels like that's taken place, then how's he going to resist the next frontier? Which will probably lead, and he may not want to even relinquish the mountain upon which he's just summited. So, and that's crass. That's a crass way to refer to any human. In this case, any woman that he's dating. But I'm saying that kind of from his perspective. But that would probably lead him toward behavior such as infidelity. This is probably really helpful for the kids, for my younger audience, talking 8, 9 years old. Just bookmark some of these words and look them up later. So yeah, Harry, man, he's got Jess, who I had mixed feelings about on Love is Blind. But now seeing her on Perfect Match, I really just feel bad for her because I just know, this is one of those things you just know is going to end horribly. She's an emotional person. She is not going to like put up with infidelity. At least I would hope not. It'll probably set off just an absolute firestorm when it eventually gets to that point. Even an inkling of that, which we've kind of seen now. Did he kiss Melinda? It's not on the camera. It's actually hard to tell on that one because the kiss, and maybe he did do it and he's like, oh, that's so stupid because the optics are bad, but maybe it was more of a joke. In that way, I'm kind of like, she might be playing it up a little bit too. Not to come to Harry's defense by any means. Anyway, you just got to watch it. There's some crazy characters on there. I'm surprised how much I've been into Steven and Alara's relationship, if I'm being honest. Wasn't super impressed by Steven on Too Hot to Handle. Might have been his hair. But now I'm actually like starting to enjoy the man. Does feel like we were on a bit of a colder run there for the last ETB, or ETB and a half, which is fine because I don't want to get greedy. We know that we gotta be respectful to the Pokemon powers, and we don't want to ask for too much. Another Charge-a-Bug. But what we would hope for with these last 8 ETBs is another gold card, because another gold card could really change our fortunes. Another gold card that could be a 10, that could be another $200 here. We're trying to recoup that $1,000. Keep in mind, this is a challenge. This isn't just an ordinary video. This is part of a challenge. This is part 1 of a 3-part challenge video series, okay? This channel hasn't done a lot of this. It's pretty experimental stuff for the bug catcher. So we would like to see, oh, double hit. We love to see that, and this Deoxys, which I think I showed before, but to see it again, it's beautiful. Beautiful card right there. Really love that. Okay, double hit. So we're back on pace with some powerful powerful hits here. Let's get it. I really would just like to see one more gold. I think when I opened 150 packs, I could go back and watch the video. I think I hit 4 golds, which is unreal. Then again, I hit 1 in my first ETB, and I've got about 7 ETBs left. So, I don't know. I could hit 4 more. I don't really even want to think about that too much, though. It's wishful thinking. Okay, we're almost down to 7 ETBs left. Man, this is going to be like that game Type A to kind of unwind this fat stack of cards that we've got going on here. Make sure to pick up one that doesn't have one on top of it. Can't be scratching any of these. And I don't plan on it, alright? I'm very good at take card care. My PSA grading record will prove it. Oh, another Grant and a Zacian V-Star, which I don't know that we've seen that guy. So, a Zacian V-Star, if we were just hoping to pull him. That's, oh, you know what? There's a Zacian and Zamazenta Galarian Gallery V, and we haven't seen those either. So that kind of illustrates my point. If you're going for one specific card, it could be pretty challenging. Another Regigigas V Star. Really cool card. Carrying that big tree. I don't think this one's worth a whole ton, but I will say the artwork's impressive. The artist is impressive. And I think that's going to be a cool card as it ages. Unique. You want to see unique. You want it to be rare, unique, and ultimately be of a Pokemon that has a strong sentimental appeal. And I'm not sure Regigigas fits that bill unless they reincarnate him in the next Legends game in a really powerful way. That definitely helped the reputation of Arceus, Dialga, Palkia, those prominent players in this set. Although they were already popular. I think Diamond and Pearl was one of the more popular games and generations. But it could happen to the Reggies. The Reggie fam. Could happen to them. Sure, why not? Diancie. Oh man, we got stacks on stacks over here. So yeah, perfect match. That's my thoughts. Harry Jowsey. Trouble. Trouble in paradise, that boy. Said he's in therapy. That's great. Good for him. And you know what? All we can hope is he's on a trajectory somewhere less messy. That's all we can hope. But I wouldn't trust it until I seen it for years, a few years. If I'm seeing it, then I might start to trust it. That's just me. Cautious when it comes to people changing. They can change. That's for certain. All right. 6 more. 6 more. Come on, gold. What can we do to wish a gold into our lives? Oh, Hoopa. Hadn't seen Hoopa. He's hooping around over here. This might be the least valuable of all the V Galarian Gallery hits. Why that is? People hate on Hoopa. Hoopa in that form, like that more ferocious form, is very cool looking. Oh, that's good. See, that's good. Because the doggos, they're the ones that are climbing right now. That looks pretty well centered. This is Entei. And I think I have a couple of Raikous, which is like a barley cow, if you didn't know. But Entei's sick in that lava land. That's a good one to go with Suicune. Yeah, Hoopa, man. I feel like maybe I watched a video that was like Hoopa was the most annoying character ever introduced in a Pokemon movie. I haven't seen that movie that he appears in, but it's like the little Hoopa, like the annoying Hoopa, before he turns into Monster Hoopa. And the monster version of Hoopa looks pretty powerful and fierce. But maybe people just can't get past how annoying Hoopa was. But maybe Hoopa will have a bit of turn in sentiment at some point. Would love to see that. if you're Pokemon, how do you approach that? Like going into the bag and pulling out a character from yesteryear to introduce again in like your movie or your series, versus just coming up with a new Pokemon altogether and introducing a new set of legendaries. I mean, obviously every generation has legendaries, but then they take these moments to like reintroduce people from the past. Sometimes they do so pretty prominently, and sometimes it moves the market. All right, if we're being honest, those are the moves I'm looking for. But how does Pokemon approach that? How do they get to a point where they're like, you know, who we should bring back for a cool story is Hoopa. Let's reinvent Hoopa's image a bit. Maybe it's Hoopa's PR team. They get Pokemon on the line. And they're like, hey, I don't know if you heard, but we're the only Teriology approved Pokemon. Okay, I said I wasn't going to mention it, but I'm done mentioning it now. Okay, we're now down to 6 ETBs. I'm losing hope, which is kind of a wild thought. With 60 packs left, I'm losing hope. But I'm losing hope that we're going to see another gold. Then again, kind of is good, right? That means that these cards are not easy to pull. Like these golds, these are no joke. That Giratina V-Star, that's worth something. See, that is kind of a confirmation of the challenging nature of some of these most sought after hits. And the Charizards have even slowed down. What do you know? So maybe those 4 Charizards, Radiant Charizards I got, maybe I need to submit a couple of those. If I had to guess, a PSA 10 of it, that Charizard is $34 right now. But I haven't looked. Then again, $34 adds up. I got 4 of those. I should mention it costs $15 per card to grade. So there is some calculus that goes into determining what you're going to submit. You can't just submit anything. We'll probably incur, I would guess, perhaps another $500 to $1,000 in costs for the PSA grades. So that's why you got to be scrupulous. Not sure if that is a word. I just don't know what it means. That's why you got to scrutinize the cards that you are submitting, because you don't want to waste money submitting a card that it was unwise to submit. Get a bad grade and then not be able to recoup even the $15 it costs to grade the thing. You don't want that. Ooh, another doggo. So you gotta kind of do the math there. You gotta say, and I would say, do all your calculations, like submit cards that you think are gonna be a 9 or a 10. Then run all your numbers based on them coming back as 9s. See if you can still make money. That's what I would say to do. That's kind of the math that I do in my head. So Entei right there, I think in a 9, that thing might be worth $30 to $40. It's worth $20 raw. So if it comes back a 9, I'm like break even based on whether it had been graded or raw. It wouldn't have mattered. It's 6s. But if it's a 10, it gets closer to 100. Maybe not 100, maybe 70. So if it gets a 10, then I definitely make some additional money by going through with the grade, right? So that's what you gotta kind of think about. If it gets an 8, you're probably never selling that thing. You're probably just hanging on to an 8. Maybe in 5 years, somebody wants an 8 for $50. I'm being like realistic. I'm not being pie in the sky like you can retire on Pokemon cards. Because I've seen it firsthand. I've bought tons of cards on eBay and sold tons of cards on eBay. I've seen the reality. And there's some transaction fees that honestly no one's going to really like warn you about, but you know, when you buy a card, you got to pay tax. When you sell a card, eBay's going to take like 12%. So if I sell a card for $100, I'm going to see like 85 of that. All right. So there's another like fee, hidden fee that you got to think about. Don't think too hard about it. It'll ruin the fun a little bit, but it is there. It's worth considering somewhat. I'm not going to probably factor the eBay take rate on my calculations for this $1,000 challenge because that would kind of like ruin the fun of it. Maybe I will in like an asterisk note or spreadsheet breakdown. But what I'm really going to hope for is I got the price of these packs to recoup and the price of the PSA submission. Okay, those two costs. Can I recoup those? So I probably need to come up with $1,500 of sold cards to do that. How do I think I'm doing right now with 3 ETBs left? Not great. Started great. Started very optimistically. I think I have 20 submission cards, probably at least here. You know, the dogs, the Pikachus, maybe 1 or 2 of the Radiant Charizards. A few others. The Zoroark, the Zeraora, the Irida, the Alessa Sparkle. And some of those are going to sell for 50 to 100 in a PSA 10. Yikes, we're gonna need a lot of these to be 10s. I think the reality of what I'm seeing in front of me right now, we're gonna need to do very well on the PSA side of things, or get very lucky in the last 2 ETBs, which could happen. Or it could not. But yeah, where it gets hard is this Miltank, for instance. That's worth maybe $2 raw. Maybe. Probably actually less. Probably $1. If I submit that and it comes to PSA 10, it might not even be worth $15. That's the reality of it. So the only value I could get out of that Miltank is selling it raw on eBay. But how do you do that and afford the shipping? Okay, I like to see another Suicune. This one is poorly centered, so I don't know if you can see that, but there is a heavy border on one side, a little bit lighter on the other. That's the kind of card that the best I could probably do is a 9, but it could be a 9. Looking at this, it's not like so atrocious that it couldn't be a 9. And a 9 in that card is still worth something. Yeah, it's a lot of legwork to, you know, do all that stuff by yourself, like on your own, packaging the cards, shipping them off, paying for shipping, whatever it costs, you know. You gotta think about that. So where you're gonna do the best is if, you know, you hit the top end of some of these sets. It's really about finding that top end, which in these sets is the Mewtwo, which we haven't seen. The gold cards, gosh, there's 22 packs left. Is there a miracle in me? Do I have a miracle in me here? Or is it gonna just go out quietly? It's been fun. I still think this set is a great deal. One thing I haven't talked much about yet is the fact that there will be an appreciation in value at some point for this set. It will happen. The arts are too good. They're too good. There's too good of art on a lot of these cards. People are going to want this Suicune and this Entei and this Mewtwo, you know, and this Grant, should Grant ever become a big deal. Yeah. This is kind of the introduction of alt trainers, really, which became a thing in Scarlet and Violet. The Galarian Gallery has these trainers that are really unusual, departures from the traditional full art trainers. And maybe there's been alt trainer cards prior to that, but these are some prominent examples back before they were cool. So maybe those will become valuable at some point. Grant, like that's a cool Grant card. I just don't know that anybody cares about Grant. Just plucking a fruit. Just picking a prickly pear. Okay. My hope is fading a bit. And it's really late at night. And got 3 kids now. Can you believe it? My 3-year-old is for sure gonna wake up at like 2 a.m. wanting milk or something, having a bad dream. And I'll have to go lay in her bed for a bit to put her back to sleep. So I got that to look forward to. It's both cute and exhausting, but so is life. Okay, we got 13 packs left, 12 packs left. Let's see. Do we have a miracle in us? I would be happy with any gold card, obviously, but also the Mewtwo. I would also be happy with one of my favorite cards in the set, the Lumineon V or the Deoxys V Max, which we haven't seen either of those. Do love those cards. I would be pretty pumped up to see another doggo. Maybe our guy Raikou, the wheat dog. I would be happy to see the Zacian V, Zamazenta V. The Zacian's probably my favorite of the 2. Happy to see those Galarian Gallery cards. Striking out a little bit. I think we just started really hot. I gotta be honest, I think we just started on fire. Be happy to see another Alessia Sparkle. Something stuck back here. Professor. Larkin. Sticking behind a card, you naughty professor. Professor Rowan. Alright. I'd be happy to see. Sure, another Pikachu. Secret rare. Why not? I'd be happy to see that. I'd be happy to see. Oh. Adaman. It's like that Marvel Pokemon collab. Adaman. Sticking with that joke. I workshopped some others, but that was the best I had. Alright. 3 packs after this one. There's the Altaria. That's the crochet lady. It's pretty sick, actually. But probably won't ever be worth that much. Just a cool card that I appreciate. It's not all about the money. But the money is fun. Or it gives another component to things to make them a bit more compelling. 2 packs left. I'd be happy with anything. Anything. My desperation has reached a peak. Any Galarian Gallery card, I'd be happy to see it. Come on, let's go. Last pack. This is it. This is it, folks. Last pack. Energy switch. We're gonna sleeve it just because it's the last pack. That was fun. Okay, $1,000 challenge. That's step 1. I gotta sleeve all this up, look it over with a fine-tooth comb. I got a couple of those. And then pick, I'm guessing there's gonna be 20 cards here to submit, which on it, oh, that won't be that bad. That might only be $300 in PSA fees, so I might need to recoup $1,300. That's gonna be hard to do because those 20 cards in aggregate or on average would need to be worth about $80 a piece. It's going to be a challenge. Maybe I'll need to submit closer to 30. We'll see. Next video, we'll go through the submission. Thanks for joining me. Listen to me ramble. We'll talk to you later. See ya.
Pull the shiny Charizard, I'm feeling so alive, yeah. I am like a legendary flying through the sky, yeah. Put you in a binder, you know I could treat you right, yeah. Leaves on top of sleeves, great intense is what I like, yeah. Promise this is not